Wait, I have a question about your THC drinks.
Yeah.
So THC is known to give people cotton mouth. So how's that gonna play in like 30 minutes in when you guys are like all smacky in the microphone?
Drink more of it.
Yeah, just keep drinking. Yeah, just keep drinking more.
It's a liquid. 2026. Welcome to another edition of Oklahoma History and Film.
Yes.
Very good, very good.
Right.
Man, so it's been a while, guys.
Yeah, we got a little snowed in, but that's okay. We're good now.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are your hosts. I am Chris Gazaway. Along with me, as always,
Christopher Coldthorne, the one and only, the co-hosts of all co-hosts.
and then our ace in the hole, our specialist, the wonderful.
Tony.
It's like Tony.
I like
Toni
to-
Marlowe, ladies and gentlemen.
I like. Thank you. I like to fly under the radar. Just first name only.
Yeah.
So how you guys' New Year's been going so far? I know we're only like a month in, but
Well, I've already made resolutions and completely blown them in the first week. So
nice.
I'm on track. Just like every year.
Yeah, it sounds like you're on track.
I've
That's
been
how
to the
that
gym
works.
like twice. So
I decided that I'm not going to do New Year's resolutions in January. And then I'm going to go back to the old calendar before the Gregorian calendar. And New Year starts the first day of spring. We're still supposed to be hibernating. But the Pope Gregory made this calendar the way it's supposed to be. So I'm going into hibernation mode, chill out, don't be hard on myself. And then the first day of spring, which was the original first day of the new year,
makes a lot more
is
sense.
my new year. Yeah, a little history lesson for you guys.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna turn off my phone now too.
That makes so much more sense because why would the year start in the middle of winter?
Right.
That's weird.
That's what
Isn't the Chinese calendar? Their New Year is something.
Yeah.
It's a different New Year.
Yeah.
There's probably some logic behind it.
Well, I think the logic is that their calendar existed thousands of years before Pope Gregory. That would
Yeah.
be the
I
logic.
I
Yeah.
only know about American things. Okay, I went to public school.
Okay, yeah.
Very pro-China, considering they're going to own the world soon. So we love you.
No.
We always have. We here support the Chinese Communist Party 100%. Don't kill us.
Anyway,
You know how he likes to roll.
since we are allegedly a podcast about films, films made in Oklahoma in particular,
M.I.O.
today we have a doozy because this one honestly was like the first independent Oklahoma film I ever got to like see. I mean, like ever since I've been in the business, so it was kind of special to me. It is none other than Out of Exile, which was directed by Kyle Harris, and it stars. Let's see who we got here.
You said Out of Exile? Because I downloaded and watched the Rosie O'Donnell one where they're S&M cops. At the
Exit
Yes.
to Eden.
Exit to Eden. Yeah, I got it mixed up.
Oh,
So that was the
God.
one I watched.
Uh-oh. He's
So
going to have a whole different review.
I
Yeah.
have notes on how good Rosie looked in her leather cop outfit
That
and Dan
sounds like a
Aykroyd.
ridiculous statement.
And then I have like 3 or 4 pages just on alien stuff because it's Dan Aykroyd. So I may be on a different page on this one. No, I did watch this one last night.
The film stars Peter Greene, Adam Hampton, Hayley McFarland, Ryan Merrimen, Jake Roberts. Jake
So
the
excited.
Snake. Danny Boy O'Connor, Connie Franklin, Kyle Jacob Henry, Van Quattro, and so many more. That maybe a lot of you have never heard of, but they're all stars in my eyes. Okay, because Oklahoma, baby.
I'm not crazy to say that I've seen these guys before, a lot of these same actors, right?
Yeah, yes, you have.
I feel like I've seen them
100%.
recently.
Yes, we went and watched Reverence at Circle Cinema
Right.
here in Tulsa
that
not
was
too
really
long ago.
fun.
And yeah, same director, so you probably saw a lot of the same actors.
The main guy with the beard, he was the guy that got his, oh man, he got half his face with that hot water.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll
Adam
never
Hampton.
forget.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Adam Hampton.
Yeah, Adam Hampton
Yeah.
and Kyle work together a lot. And yeah, Kyle definitely likes to use the same actors. He likes that, keeping that family.
I,
Yeah.
I'm always happy because he'll like include me and let me get shot every now and then. So
Yeah.
he's a nice guy.
Yeah, he is.
Well, this was a heist movie, and I thought it was pretty cool for what it was.
Man, and like it did kind of give me the '90s vibe of
Yeah.
like an old heist movie, but I mean that in a positive way. I liked the simplicity of it,
Yeah.
but I felt like they were all professionals, like they had done this before. So
Yeah. Yeah, right off the bat, they tell you everything you need to know. It's some professional guys, probably ex-military or something, and they're gonna hit a armored car. That's how the movie starts. And man, first thing it made me think of, I'm sure a lot of listeners thought of this too, was in Grand Theft Auto 5. Anytime you see an armored car, there's a chance to attack the armored car
yeah.
and just make a little mission where you may be in the middle of another mission. So
Yeah.
that was the first thing I thought was like, oh right, and what's the life bar on the doors on the back?
yeah, I thought they were gonna throw like one of the sticky bombs on
Right,
the
yeah.
back and blow the door. But
Well, that's the way to do it. We should tell them that's the
Yeah,
way.
Tony,
Yes.
I know you work on a lot of films in
Mm-hmm.
Oklahoma. Did you work on this one?
So, sort of. So, at the time when this happened, I was in Texas on a TV show. And so, what I did instead is I designed the hair and makeup for this one. So, I wasn't
Oh,
actually there
nice.
in person. I designed it and I put the team together.
Well,
So
that's
you
cool.
picked all the like hand-picked people who should
Uh,
do it.
Yeah, so I picked the crew. So, my good friend and colleague, Katie Uhak, was the key makeup.
Oh, I
and
know
hair.
Katie.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's
and then-
lovely.
Yeah, and Taylor Goodman was the hair. This was Katie's first film doing effects, like any
Oh,
kind of
wow.
special effects.
Oh, cool.
But given availability and funds and all the things, and I reached out to her. I was like, "This is kind of throwing you on the deep end, but are you down?" So, but what design means is I went through the main character. So I went through Adam Hampton's character, Jacob Henry's character, Rhett, who played the abusive boyfriend Eddie.
Yeah.
But I went through kind of the main core people, and went through and then designed their looks, which means that I gave a backstory on what the character should look like based off of what's going on with them, and just said this guy would have a shaved head, this guy would be leaner, this guy, and it is storyline. So I wanted Jacob Henry to drop 30 pounds. I wanted him to shave his beard and his hair because he had long Wolverine like hair at the time. I wanted all that gone because he was an ex-vet. Wanted him to be scrawny because he's a pillhead.
Yeah,
Right?
I
I
didn't
know he's-
realize that
yeah.
you guys you make those kind of like.
Hair and makeup, yeah.
Yeah, those are big
Well, I
choices,
mean,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, that's more than I thought goes
Yeah,
into hair
a lot
and
of it.
Yeah,
makeup.
I thought
that's
someone else
crazy.
would, like, I don't know, the writer or somebody would have came up with like character descriptions. or
Sometimes
something.
they do. Sometimes they do. And sometimes if it's not written in there, in this case it wasn't, those were kind of some of my choices.
Well, they were good
Yeah.
choices.
Yeah,
Thanks,
they really.
yeah.
That's cool that they
All
would
the
trust you for
scarring,
that.
all the tattooing. Adam Hampton had a pretty big scar on his back, which doesn't get shown, kind of get
Yeah.
shown in a moment, but it doesn't fully get
What's
shown.
the war? Whose call was that? The
That was-
war on the neck tat.
Yeah, that was actually Kyle's. He wanted that because he's supposed to be the character Wes was supposed to be a PTSD kind of like had PSD.
Oh, okay.
And he wanted that one.
Because I thought it was like weird for an soldier to get a neck tattoo.
It's same, but yeah, I think the idea was that he had gotten it afterwards. And then
Yeah,
he-
well, no, yeah, I
yeah,
did-
but he was missing his wartime.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
I can't remember all the details behind it, but that was definitely him. And then the thing with Adam Hampton, who plays Gabe, is he is naturally very tatted up. So we had to look at all of his tattoos. We had to cover half of them,
Really?
keep some of them, and then put fake tattoos on top. I think we did fake on top just to, because it had to make sense for his character. And some of his tattoos are, Adam Hampton is not a ex-con type guy, right?
Yeah.
So some of his tattoos didn't really make sense. So we had to do that. And then same with
Like
Rhett.
he had a big Pepsi logo. Or
Yeah,
something.
right.
It's like, that's not very good.
Or no, it's like peace and love.
Exactly, yeah. And then Rhett Terrell, who plays Eddie, we decided that he needed to be bleach blonde and have tattoos all over his neck, like
you
Machine
made
Gun
him
Kelly.
look like a good piece
Oh,
of shit.
yeah.
Because he was.
Yeah, I wrote down frosted tips, but they're not really frosted tips. This more is like
Shadow
having-
root.
Yeah.
We call it a shadow root.
Oh,
As soon as I saw him, I knew like already my teeth were grinding. I was like, this guy.
it's so disappointing that you weren't there for this one because it has Jake Roberts,
I
Jake the Snake.
Oh my
I,
gosh.
well, I sent
You're a
you.
wrestling
Can I
fan
tell you guys
too.
that was my favorite scene in the whole movie, even though it's just he's in
Yeah.
Jake the Snake is in one scene this entire movie, but it's so like he is so comfortable on camera.
Oh,
That's the best way I
yeah.
can say it.
Yeah, why hasn't he done more?
The guy is just
He's done a
reading
few.
the lines. Like he's just reading what Kyle gave him, and it's like it's effortless. It's not even like he's maybe he's being a character. I don't know him in person, but he's just like it's just the way he delivers. You're just like, fuck,
Yeah.
he's a good actor,
Yeah.
and he's not even doing anything.
I know, like he really could have and should. He could do it now.
Yeah.
Like,
And this is no knock on Peter Greene. May he rest in peace. He was a great bad guy. But could you
Oh.
imagine if Jake the Snake was that?
Yeah,
Maybe
he could have played that role.
He could have played.
yeah.
Yeah.
He needed to be in that the whole damn movie. I
Oh,
think
yeah.
he's just so fun to
Last
watch.
night I sent him. I said spoiler alert for the movie, and it was just a picture, a GIF of Jake hitting the DDT.
I'm gonna have to ask Kyle when I talk to him next week, actually, and see how he got Jake Roberts into that movie because I think that would be a cool story to hear. And I know Adam Hampton, he's kind of a pro wrestling fan as well. So
And this was Jake when he was in his. He was managing for AEW. I noticed
Yeah.
because I don't really watch a whole lot of wrestling anymore, but when he was in AEW, he did. I think it's one of the best promos of all time, and he says this line. He says, "A wise man, your father." He's talking to Cody Rhodes, and he's like, "Your father Dusty once said, you never ever turn your back on someone who you respect or who you're afraid of," and then immediately turns around and tosses the mic over his shoulder, and it's just such an ice cold line. So yeah, Jake is really good.
Wow.
He should do more of this.
Should do more. I know that he lives in Texas. I know he lives close, and you'll have to ask Kyle. I think Kyle told me a great story, and I don't want to ruin it. I want him to tell you. But the very last night, I mean, after he rapped, I think he was just there for a day. He rapped, and he has a good story about he rapped and he drove halfway home and then turned around and came back. And he was in the like icy roads. Like he has a great story about just the kind of character that Jake is like to the core.
oh,
yeah,
that's cool. I'll
Yeah, I hope I
definitely
work
have
with
to
him.
remember that.
Jake's character in this movie, he's a snitch, but he's like really a cool snitch.
Yeah, he's like,
Perfect sense,
you're
'cause-
gonna pay me for some info.
Yeah, and he's like, well, I don't know, man. Just his
I
voice
know.
cadence and everything was
I know.
great. I
And he
thought it was great.
exudes like not a snitch that's afraid. He exudes like I'm an old addict.
Yeah.
And I just
Yeah.
want the shit and I just don't want to deal with this. I'm an old banged up guy that's sore, which he is in
Yeah.
real life. Like he
Yeah.
just I don't know. The guys can read anything on a page and I think it sounds good. Personally. Yeah, I'm a fan.
Oh, and I want to mention, you said his name a minute ago, but the main
Peter Greene.
Peter Greene,
Greene.
who passed away recently.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. So I want to mention real quick. There's a scene, and I couldn't believe after I wrote this down and watched at the end of the movie, they did an actual callback to this, which we'll get to. But there's a scene in The Mask, which everyone knows The Mask, kind of a silly movie about a magical mask that gives people powers. The bad guy in there, a henchman gets killed by the mask. I forget how. He spits bullets back out. Whatever, the guy's shot. As he's dying, what's his face gives him a cigarette, and it's a really sweet scene in an otherwise kind of silly movie. He's dying, and it's the last thing he does is give him a cigarette and light it. And it's like if you've ever been a smoker, which kids don't smoke, but it's like, oh wow, that's a genuinely sweet moment.
Yeah.
And it
And he
happens
does
later
it
on
in
the
this
movie.
movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
there's a
didn't
callback
even.
at the end.
Oh my
I
god!
didn't know
He
that's
gets
what it
it.
was.
Yeah, it's from The Mask.
I didn't either. Oh wow!
When I saw that, I was already standing up, but I stood up and cheered because I was like, "Oh, this is a callback to this scene."
Wow.
Kyle is gonna love that you caught that. There's no way that was an accident.
No way,
No.
no way at all.
That's
wow.
good.
And I read after Peter passed away, Kyle he like made a tribute on Instagram and shared a story that he had with Peter, and I'll let him tell it when he comes on.
Nice.
But yeah, it was really cool, and Peter seemed like a really like intense guy.
Yeah,
That's what I heard as well from the hair and makeup team. That he was really engaged and he wanted every scene to work and he was really committed to it and was just really excited to be there, which was great for a first time.
And Ryan Merriman is in this, and like, why is that name? Like, cause he's been in
Yeah,
a lot of
he's,
stuff before,
Is
right?
he
Or
a
he's been around a
Nickelodeon?
while.
He's a Nickelodeon guy, or is he a Disney guy? And
Okay.
I am so sorry, Ryan, if he's listening to this, because I get those mixed up. But he was a kid actor, so he's from Oklahoma.
Oh,
Hit the scene in the Nickelodeon.
oh
Disney
yeah, it
World,
was the Disney.
did well there in LA and did that, and then after he, grew up and wanted to move on, then I think he came back to Oklahoma, started a family here, and then now I think lives here and then probably travels, works, and then works here.
Yeah, but like
Yeah.
I recognized him, and I was like, damn, where do I
Mm-hmm.
know him from? I know his name, and then yeah, so I was like, that's really cool that they got him for this. I also recognized Hayley McFarland. She plays Dawn, the daughter, and I
She's
met
great.
her when I was working on Anywhere, the one that you were in. You
Oh,
were in
cool.
that one.
I think
Yeah.
you sent me the clip, and I'm in the background of that bar fight, and I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, that guy's really fat." That was my first thought, and then I was like, "Oh, right, that's me."
The camera adds 10, 20, 30 pounds.
Sure.
She's
Well,
fantastic. She's also in one of Mickey Reese's films called Agnes, and she's fantastic in
Oh,
that.
I
too.
love
Nice.
her. She's such a great person, like such a sweetheart.
Mhm.
She gave me a gift on the rap day. It was
Nice.
a little rock, and it says "You rock." And I was
Aw.
like, "Oh, I love you." I gave her and Josh Barge, the other star of Anywhere, a gift. I gave them a couple gifts, like because we had they rode with me, like they had to. At
What were
first,
you?
we were. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was the driver for Anywhere, the quote unquote what was
A
it?
talent driver?
Travel coordinator captain.
Oh, that's a cool
Travel
name.
coordinator captain.
Yeah, that
That's
was.
a big role.
That sounds
Yeah.
much better than Gopher.
But I was essentially just the driver for the main cast. But and at first they were gonna have an SUV set up for me to drive around. And I didn't know I was gonna have to drive like my father-in-law's POS car that I was like
Oh,
borrowing because
God.
I was in between cars at the time. And it was a real embarrassing hunker, and I had Sean Gunn in that
Oh wow.
driving around, and
Tell
like
me, tell me you went to red carpet and gave it a good cleaning.
oh yeah, it was as clean as I could get it, like possibly, and
In my head, I'm seeing the scene from GoldenEye when James Bond goes to get picked up at the airport, and they see this really nice like BMW or whatever, and it pulls away, and there's just total, just like a
literally
Volkswagen.
Tandy Zartig, she was in the
Zandy with a Z.
yeah. She was in the film, and I had to pick her up at one point, and I sent her a text. I was like, I'm outside waiting. The nice Mercedes Benz out front. I'm right behind it. I'm in the piece of shit car right behind that one. So
Nice.
she
Aw.
laughed.
She's very
But
sweet as well.
everybody made me feel like good about the situation. The actors, Hayley and Josh, they were both cool about it. But yeah, I felt very embarrassed about that.
Well, it just
whole
means that the production
situation.
has more money to throw at other things.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Were you part of Reverence as well?
I only
Remember?
went in for that one day for a like flashback scene in the very beginning.
Oh, gotcha.
It's one of the freedom fighters. They got shot.
But not a travel coordinator.
Not a
what
travel
is it?
coordinator captain.
Captain. I forgot that's the big word.
Yeah, I had some workers under me.
Yeah,
Whoa.
you're like a boss, basically.
So what was their car
I
like
w-
then?
No, like no.
If you're the captain with your
I was
POS.
captain by default, guys. There was no others.
Yeah, you
But
have
I
to-
still put it on my resume as captain.
As you
'cause
should.
Technically, it's true.
yeah, you have to take every title like that very seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this movie, shall we?
'Kay.
It stars Adam Hampton, as we said. He plays the role of Gabriel Russell. He's on parole. He appears to be clean, and he's showing up to his parole hearings and stuff. And
Yeah, he's making his appointments. He's
yeah, he seems to be doing good. Like we meet his brother Wes. He's got a brother, Wes, played by Kyle Jacob Henry. Wes, as we kind of learn, is very skittish.
Yeah. I started
and-
calling him Neck War because his war tattoo on
yeah.
his neck. He is definitely unhinged. Holy.
He's the loose cannon of
Yes.
the bunch.
I
would
wrote down
say.
that it's a real Mr. Pink situation, like Reservoir Dogs. There's always
Yeah.
one guy that just goes a little
Just out
nuts.
there.
They just mess it
Yeah.
up for all of them.
I just kept wanting to hand him a tissue, and I kept thinking, well, if he's got pills, is he snorting the pills? I don't know. That's a very feminine, like female, like perspective where I'm like picking apart the little tiny things, but I don't know. I
Well,
just kept
as-
being like, what's he got in his note? What's he doing?
as the
Sniffs
former
a lot, yeah.
the former addict of us sitting
Yeah.
here, when he flushes the pills down, I was
Right.
like, oh, there was only like 4 or 5. They're not gonna get fucked up off of that anyways.
Yeah.
But that was when I first saw it, when he flushed it down, and then Adam looked at it, and I thought, well, but the whole movie he's kind of doing this like character trait where he's like sniffing, he's like rubbing his nose
Yeah.
and sniffing, like as if he's a cocaine head. And I was
Yes, or
like, but is
meth
he
or
snorting
something.
these pills? Like, what's he?
Yeah.
Yeah, which
Well-
that was the point. But the whole time I was just, it was
Yeah,
throwing
but
me.
it did kind of show him popping pills at one point too. So
Oh, and he was swallowing them.
yeah, it did show him do that at
Oh,
one point.
well then,
So
yeah.
yeah, it is kind
It's
of
a weird sniff.
Yeah, I never got the sniffs. I would get an itchy nose though, so like rubbing
to
at the
check it.
nose. We see that these guys are, professionals. They've done this before. They robbed that truck in the beginning. So without telling, are we doing spoilers anymore?
I mean, I'm all for spoilers.
We're kind of in reformat mode here, guys. But
I think can we like a teaser spoiler?
yeah,
I
we
don't
can
know.
give teasers here
teaser
and there.
spoiler. Yeah.
Because I mean, like
don't
Toni pointed out before, I don't want to give the people listening a play-by-play of every scene that happens
Right,
because
you guys need to go see this movie
Yeah.
that we're talking about, and also be able to follow along better with our episodes if you watch it.
matter of fact, you know what? Pause this right now and go find Out of Exile. It's on Amazon Prime. Just Google it and how to watch, and you will find it.
It's there if you
It's
want to
free
find
on
it.
Amazon. I did it last night.
Oh, okay. Well, boom. Pause this right now. Go watch it, and then come back.
Yeah.
We'll be here for you.
I also watched it on Amazon for free.
He watched it for free.
Yeah, for free.
You think they're watching it right now?
Definitely sent it to me for free. Dun, dun. Hey, we're
We're
back.
back.
now.
Back. We gave him plenty of time to watch.
I told you there was plots twisting, and
Those tables that were turned. They
the
were
tables were
again.
The
turned.
double cross over double cross. Who this
Oh.
guy, that guy, this guy,
Man,
the
but
FBI, and then the other FBI, and
I
the
do
crossing
gotta
in.
say,
Mhm.
for I don't know what the budget on this film was.
I
D-
did. He could tell you. It was under $1 million. I think it was like 500K.
Well,
But he'll be
see, for what they had, man, I swear this feels like a movie, like a big, like I hate saying like a Hollywood production, but
right.
like it feels like a regular ass movie. It doesn't feel like a small indie.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like that to me. Other than the fact that the actors weren't as well known.
Yeah.
But if you dropped like Matthew McConaughey or somebody in one of the lead roles, like this thing would feel just as big,
Yeah, I think so.
But credit, like, please don't replace Adam Hampton because he's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Replace anyone else but him. No.
Well, not
But-
Jake. We can't replace
Yeah,
him.
we can't
Yeah,
replace
not
Jake.
Jake Roberts either.
Or Hayley. We like.
We like Hayley.
All right. I mean,
I
Peter
mean-
was cool, but okay. Then
Let-
and
let-
everyone
let-
else.
We don't need to replace anybody. We'll just add him.
Just add two.
We'll just
Yeah.
add
Throw
two.
him
Okay.
Yeah, I wrote down here about the opening heist scene. I said cops are on the scene, but the pigs should really go do pig work and stop hassling these veterans.
Yeah.
I mean, what are they? Who are they causing trouble for? Me, got one security guard, but come on.
Yeah.
Well, I think it wasn't going to be a big deal until they shot the guy. That's where they really ran into problems, and it became a whole federal issue.
Or the fuck up brother.
Yeah, stupid
Mr.
ass.
What did you call it? Mr. Greene? From
Mr. Pink.
Pink, Mr. Pink.
Yeah.
I remember. I mean, I saw that movie a lot, but I forget. Yeah.
Yeah, Mr. Pink was the guy that just,
Mr. had to go fuck everything up.
The-
he just started shooting.
The
and you don't see
Charlie
it.
Kelly,
Yeah.
the loose cannon
wild
of the
card.
cards, the wild card. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I have nothing bad to say about this film because for me, like I said earlier, it was one of the first Oklahoma films that I saw, and it kind of opened me up to this whole world that I'm now just continue to be blown away by. Like some of the stuff that we pull off with like these shoestring budgets, it's insane. And I think it speaks to the talent of the people who make these things.
Yeah.
And that even goes down to you, Toni, and
Me.
your contributions as well.
I tried. Can I say, speaking of shoestring budget, there was a scene that I was really impressed with that I forgot when first time I watched it was when Hampton's character Gabriel lights the car on fire,
Oh yeah.
and they do several cuts, like jump cuts, and then it's with his friend in
Oh,
the
yeah,
car, and
yeah.
he's lighting the whole thing, and he's lighting his friend who died in the car, and they're torching the thing. But from a shoestring budget to the safety that fire involves to VFX, if they did that, they did a really good job, and it played well. Like they didn't cheat it in the sense that they. Sometimes I can watch stuff and I can obviously tell they had to cheat it due to money.
Yeah.
But sometimes they cheat stuff in a way you're like, man, that played. So anyway, little props to because doing fire scenes and effects and anything like that is hard to do.
I
So
didn't even think about that. Did they actually burn a real car?
I don't know,
Man.
but I doubt
made
it
me
because it's
question.
probably too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
props to the
yeah,
VFX.
but it shows him throwing a
the Zippo.
lighter, the Zippo
Or wait,
in the car.
The Zippo was for the first SUV. I don't know if he used the Zippo for the one his friend
Yeah.
was.
Yeah, I think he did. I'm pretty sure he did.
Well,
Because I
They
remember
do a
thinking,
great
oh, you should
flash.
keep that Zippo.
Yeah, but it was a
It's a
good.
Zippo.
They played it off well, and I know they had
That
to
was
do
a
it for
good
cheap.
scene.
That was a great
too.
scene.
Like
Yeah.
I really felt for him because those two had a like good bond and
did.
chemistry on camera.
Well,
And
now
that guy's name,
Wilson.
Chava was his name.
No, that Chava was the other FBI guy. This was
Oh,
like
yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah, the guy that played Marcos, Wilson Navas. Yeah, he did a great job. I've seen, and I've actually got to work with him too, on like Proof of Concept, I believe, and he may have been in Reverence. I'm not sure, but him and Adam had a great chemistry on screen. I like how sometimes he would speak in Spanish to Adam, and Adam would reply in English.
Yeah.
It kind of like gave a little depth to Adam's character, like, oh, this is a cool guy.
And they've been friends a long time.
Yeah,
It showed that, yeah.
And like he respects him to learn his language.
Yeah.
And,
I think them
maybe
adding.
he can't speak it, but he understands.
Yeah, I think them adding his wife and his kid, and it gave a little. Which, by the way, is his real wife.
Oh,
Who's
really?
Great, who's not an actress.
That's
I think they
cool.
just threw her in there, right? I did her makeup for their wedding. That's why I know that.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
is in there, and I think it shows some depth, and it shows that people just do bad shit, but are trying to be better.
They have families. At
Yeah,
home,
they have
but,
families, so-
sometimes they might have to make money in a
Yeah.
shady way.
yeah. But so I liked their dynamic. I liked that it's
And I liked that they were like they're like, we don't kill people. That's not what we do. That's why he was so pissed at his knucklehead brother.
Yeah.
He's like, we don't like. That's the line. We're not killers. We're just robbers. You know,
Yeah.
we're thieves. And I think that's good in any militia or whatever. You gotta have codes.
got
Yeah.
codes
You gotta have morals. You can't have
until you decide
people
not to
stop-
have them.
Yeah.
Yeah. You have the Batman rule: no killing. Just hit them with a battering or something.
And if
Not-
they happen to fall off the building, then that's on them.
Yeah, that's on them.
Because I noticed that with Batman, he just throws people into things that they just happen to die, but he didn't kill them. They just
Yeah,
fall off the
technically.
building, and then he kind of half saves them, and then
Oh,
their
I
hands
loved
slip
in
away.
Dark Knight when he's holding one dude over and he's like, "You couldn't kill me from this fall." He's like, "I'm counting on it," and he just drops him. Dude like breaks both his ankles on the way
Well,
down.
in Batman Begins, he tells Liam Neeson, he's like, "Well, I don't have to. Was it? I'm not going to kill you, but I don't have to save you." And then he jumps off the train or whatever, lets him die. So.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I like it. Anyway,
Yeah, he's complicit in a lot of murder.
Yeah, so that can be your code. You can let somebody die,
Yeah.
as long as you're not actually the one killing them. So.
bank robbers, Batman. I mean, there's some similarities in their code.
I did.
That guy's brother was a real. You said earlier is a loose cannon. Like when he's in the bar with.
Yes, this was the
God.
scene. That was the scene I was really wanting to get to next. Was
It
like
made me nervous. I'll say that.
and you're talking when
Those
he confronts
personalities make me nervous.
the Mexican gang members.
Yeah, because they're hitting on his girl.
Well, they were kind of being respectful about it in a way at first.
He was real.
He just came
aggressive.
in way too hot.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was one of my favorite scenes because, like, Peter Greene, Big Boss, had to come out and like handle, and then the way he like put the
Yes.
gun up to freaking Kyle Wesley was his name in the movie.
Yeah.
The way he puts the gun up to Wesley's face, and he's like, "You see what happens when you pull a gun out?"
Yeah.
Like that was so G to me. Like,
And to be fair, he tried to like chill everyone out.
Yeah.
He was like, "Hey man, come on, it's my
let
bar.
me buy you a drink.
Yeah,
Come on.
it'll be fine." And they didn't want to hear it, so
Yeah, they don't even give Wesley's character doesn't really even have the chance to like build up to anything. I mean, he just came in hot. Like he's the kind of guy
Yeah.
that people would see walking up to a place being like, "Fuck no, bro, get out of here."
You know,
Okay.
one thing
For
I
sure.
wrote down about a neck war is he's so flying off the handle all the time. He's the kind of guy that if you beat him in a video game, he would get pissed and be like, "You're using cheats. You're using effing cheats,
Yeah.
man.
And then
'Cause
like,
you play this all the time, and I don't." You know, they'd be
or
like
if
one
you
of those
beat
guys.
him in like a
Sore winner.
sport in basketball, he's like, "Well, I can kick your ass, though.
Right? Yeah.
It doesn't matter because I can still beat you up."
Yeah, not the kind of guy I would think that Gabriel would allow in.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And it wouldn't be a Kyle Harris movie if we didn't have an obligatory Danny Boy O'Connor appearance.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm just, I mean that in a good way. I'm, you know,
I could see him in more stuff. He should do more stuff.
Danny Boy.
Yeah,
He's
he's fun.
very big presence. Like
Yeah.
he's a huge guy, and and he's got a good face for the camera. He looks good
Yeah.
on camera. So,
He did "Who's the Man," right? I think that was their best song.
oh yeah, the
House of Pain.
Yeah.
House of Pain.
Everyone always says "Jump Around," but
I think Jump
"Who's
Around."
the Man"? What
You
do
think Who's the Man?
Yeah,
is the
what's
best one?
yours?
Jump Around for sure, right?
I mean, it's also really good, but yeah.
Van Quattro, who plays
Yes.
the dad.
So good.
Yeah, I love him. Like, what all has he been in?
He's
Like,
one of those guys who may not be a household name, but like you look at his resume and you've seen so many of his
Yeah.
movies, and he is someone similar. I say not similar to Jake the Snake, but in the respect that he can just read the lines.
Christ, he's been in Fight Club.
Yeah,
cool,
But
really?
he's a very much a trained, like very skilled trained actor that has been doing this forever. So Jake the Snake maybe is more natural. Peter Greene he's also probably trained, but more natural where they just kind of do it. Van is also great on camera where he could just read anything that sounds good. But from everything I've known about him, he's a very trained actor.
Yeah,
I mean,
he's like one of my
he's
favorites.
very skilled. Yeah.
And he's a really nice guy too.
Oh, he's so nice. Yeah, I worked with him a couple times. Yeah. But he's
good
like
dude.
maybe I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't a theater actor. I don't know if he
Oh.
is, but he has that air about him. Those who have met theater actor versus film actors, he just, yeah.
He's got a
good.
hell of a resume.
He's got a hell of a resume. Yeah, he's fantastic.
That's cool.
So you said you brought some reviews.
I brought them. I printed them out. They're from IMDb. Because sometimes this is what I think about reviews is depending on, of course, the platform. Sometimes it's trolls,
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
right?
100%.
But even sometimes bad reviews are still constructive because it's still someone's perspective. Besides the ones that literally go on to be like, I just want to fuck shit up.
Yeah.
If they care enough to get on their phone and start going, even the bad ones or the okay-ish ones, they're still saying this is where they were in that moment.
Yeah.
Some of them are so far off from people that don't know anything about movies or films where you have to just dismiss, like, bro, you are clueless.
Yeah.
Right.
But for the most part, even if they don't know anything about it, they're still giving you, they are the audience.
Yeah.
So I find them interesting. I don't know how any filmmaker could read a bad review and move on. Like my skin would be way too thin because some of these reviews are harsh, guys. They're harsh,
Well,
but they keep going. So props to. I'm sure Kyle's read all of them, and I'm sure, like and you have to have thick skin for sure.
and yeah, and especially for
Yeah.
being the director and like the
Oh.
guy that's written it and like
Yeah.
poured his heart and soul into everything.
Every moment, yeah. And then you get these that are like,
Yeah, you get some
Oh.
asshole that's just like, yeah, I watched it. It sucks.
Sucked, right, right.
Props to him for biting his tongue and not, because I would feel the very powerful urge to message them all back individually. And be like, why don't you just make your own movie
Yes,
then?
I would too. I would too. And I know that I think Adam Hampton has read some of these because I want to say
Oh
at
my
one
God.
point he screenshotted like, which is kind of something that's popular with some actors is they'll screenshot like the worst rating about them.
Oh, nice.
And then they'll just highlight it and be like, "Yep, that's
That's cool.
that's me, folks."
And like some of these, I mean, people wrote paragraphs.
That's
like,
why I
had a
thought
lot
they
to
were-
say.
They're very passionate about
Yeah.
it. So I guess the worst thing you can have is like X-Pac heat where nobody cares. They don't even bother to write a review.
Right, right. So I think that what I noticed about these reviews, and again, this is just IMDb, is it goes everywhere from 10 out of 10 to 1 out of 10. It is all over the board. Now, maybe that's normal.
Well, it looks
But-
like I got the page here with the 10 out of 10.
Oh,
Oh.
I got a 10 out of 10 as well.
Okay, so
I'm looking at a 1 and a 4 and a 10 and a 2. I guess I have several.
Okay, so we want to start high and then go low.
Or we'll alternate. We'll do like a high,
Okay.
a low,
Yeah.
a high. Like,
Yeah.
We'll keep it balanced for
Let's-
Kyle in the cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
how much we want to read.
Kyle, anybody that was in this film that's listening now, I'm just going out on a limb and saying right now that I don't agree with any of these reviews unless they're positive.
There
Yeah.
it is.
And just for the record, if you want us to go find these people, like
Like Jay and Silent
Jay
Bob.
and Silent Bob, yeah, we'll pay our money to track them down and.
They didn't leave a screen name. Oh wait, no, they did. Nate watches cool movie.
Oh, that's the one I got. I got.
Oh, you might flip yours the other way, maybe.
Okay.
My printer.
Oh, I have 2 9 out of 10s.
Oh,
Okay,
great.
that's good.
You want to kick us off?
Yeah, this is from Dark Severin. So maybe your friend Dan Severin, I think, wrote this. the Beast, former UFC champion. Real bitter guy. Great German suplex, though. It says a generic bank robbery drama with a bit of flavor add to it. 9 out of 10. It says this film is your generic bank robbery thriller, but it does add a little flavor itself with a plot of about a man finding a way to redeem himself for his past transgressions while also trying to find a way to escape his criminal lifestyle before it's too late. This kind of plot is a little different compared to most bank robbery films, as they are usually about guys trying to make it rich while escaping the law. This film does it differently, as Gabe is trying to get out of his previous bad deeds, but also move on with his life and start a new one with his estranged daughter. Now, I did enjoy the performances by Adam Hampton and Ryan, I'm not going to say this right, Ryan Merrimen. Both. I liked the story that Gabe had in this film, as he is a broken man that is paid for his mistakes by serving prison, but due to not knowing life outside of crime, he goes right back into it. Yeah, I kind of thought that too. I was thinking, he's got, they hire lots of vets. He could be a security, he could be a whatever, but it's like, oh, well, the robbing is what's comfortable.
I have something saying that too when you're done. Go ahead.
Okay. And let's see. It is only when his brother botches the bank job and kills an armored bank guard does he see the error of his ways. Yeah, it's kind of takes you out of it a little bit, seeing your brother shoot a guy. He's the loose cannon that we're talking about. This story of Gabe is really a story of redemption and rebirth. I agree. As he tries to redeem himself from his sins by trying to fix all the issues he caused. Plus, he plans to get himself a rebirth by starting a whole new life without crime involved. Now, Adam's performance is very strong in, and then it cuts off.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, cool.
As he tries to redeem himself and then it stops. That might be it.
Yeah, because that is the end.
Oh, okay.
Well, they're right.
Okay.
Well, still. Yeah, no, I thought that was a fair review.
I don't like the word generic being thrown around so much, but
yeah,
I get where they're coming from.
It reminded me of Heat a little bit, a little bit of those kind of.
It's one of
vibes.
Kyle's favorite movies, so that makes sense.
Nice.
You said that about Ida Red as well.
Yeah, it did sort of have that kind of vibe. Yeah, I guess I just really love Val Kilmer. Every movie reminds me of him.
So I feel like maybe
no problem.
So I feel like instead of maybe generic, we need to say an homage. Would that be a more
Okay, yeah.
respectable? Yeah.
Yeah,
And Kyle's a big fan of 90s like action films, and so a lot of this, just like Tarantino made an entire career after like kung fu movies and old
Yeah.
spaghetti westerns, and we call them homages and
Yeah,
paying the respect and nod. We're not saying this is a generic kung fu,
Yeah.
but he does do a great job at twisting it where it's a completely different. But there are scenes in Tarantino movies where it's like that whole action sequence is almost play by play from a kung fu movie.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, people do it.
I drew a 10 out of a 10, so
Okay.
if you want to read a...
Should I read Should I read a 2 out of 10?
Sure, let's hear what
gosh.
these
This is
jerks...
gonna make me feel like shit though.
Yeah.
Well, these aren't your words,
No,
Toni.
they're not my words, but okay. But I guess I can stop like you did and be like, I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a 2 out of 10. It says, silence is the language of God. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know. Already, I don't
Off
know.
to a good start.
Gabriel Russell, Adam Hampton, is on parole and appeared to be clean in every way to his parole officer of 3 months, Bruce Davis. Next, we see, as a part of a threesome along with his brother, Wesley, Kyle Jacob Henry, and Chava, Oliver Ryan, they are robbing a transfer of money to an armored car. During the robbery, a guard reaches for his ankle gun and Wesley shoots him. The three get away, but Wesley is chastised for his action. The FBI, Ryan Merrimen, and Carrie Cox is called in. The group works within Whitman and Peter Greene, who launders the money. Okay, this is just giving what happens.
This is the plot.
Sorry, we should have reworded that. And then the very final was, the film was bad, didn't feel for any of the characters. Protagonist was a bank robber. Scenes were boring. Okay, hang on.
Jeez.
So the protagonist was a bank robber. The scenes were boring. So the scenes were boring were probably the most constructive thing of this whole deal because a protagonist being a bank robber is a very common
Yeah.
action heist movie. Didn't feel for any of the characters. That's a fair assessment. If you didn't, you didn't, right?
Right.
I guess.
But it gives- okay,
I mean,
sorry, we
his
should
daughter
edit that.
was beaten, but whatever.
True. You should
Yeah.
feel for them.
Dickhead.
Okay, well, I guess it was a good bio, but then yeah, he just didn't like it. I don't know.
What's
I feel
his
like that
screen
wasn't.
name? What's his screen
Name is No God, No Masters.
Oh, how
Well,
deep.
He needs a master to tell him how to write a review.
Yeah.
It sounded like he just kind of liked it.
I
It
can't
didn't
like it
sound
a
like he
bit.
hated it too much. I was expecting way worse.
Yeah, I feel like I should have read that first because my next one it's a 10 out of 10, but it says a little bit of okay razzle dazzle, so I can read that after my next.
Sweet.
But I also have another one that is trite and underwhelming. So I got
Oh,
I got a
wow.
1 out of 10 and a 10 out of 10. So we could read that. I could read those together afterwards. Yeah.
All right, I gotta get a 10
Okay.
out of 10.
All right.
It says excellent, and this is from Nate Watches Cool Movies.
Cool.
Says, I love a good cops and robbers thriller with a splash of heist action, and Kyle Kauwika Harris's Out of Exile is just the ticket. Set against the backdrop of both the Oklahoma law enforcement and criminal underworld scene, it tells of a paroled ex-con, Gabriel, played by Adam Hampton, taking on scores to provide a better life for his daughter and resolute FBI agent Solomon Ryan Merriman, who is determined to take him and his crew down while also doing right by his family. Gabriel works under the behest, intel, and malevolent watch of underworld boss Whitman Raider, played by the always amazing Peter Greene, in one of the meatiest, most memorably evil roles he's gotten in quite some time. I love a crime film where the lines of what we perceive as morality are purposefully blurred until there is no discernible good or bad. Just people in tough situations making impossible choices and living with the consequences or dying with them. This is a taut, ruthlessly tense action picture with shootouts, bullets, and a little bit of the okay razzle dazzle.
Well, that's fair. I
That
suppose, yeah.
was, or I actually that little part about the razzle dazzle might actually be from another one. I just flipped this
It's just-
over. Listen, we'll just pretend he said, ruthlessly tense action picture with shootouts, bullet wounds, and one hell of a cast. Thank you, Nate Watches Cool Movies.
Yeah, thanks, Nate.
Oh man.
That was
Good.
good. I mean, like,
Yeah, but he said that it kind of like you couldn't tell who was good or bad. Like it kind of blurred together. It's like I don't know if I saw that. I'm pretty sure some guys were really bad.
Yeah.
well, yeah, but he had a daughter, okay?
That's
you
true.
can't have kids and be evil.
That's true.
All right, I have a son. I'm just throwing that out there.
Yeah, so you can't be evil.
I can't
No.
be evil.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Do you want to do you have one or you want me to read another one?
Let's see.
I've got a really funny one where I'm pretty sure the guy was high when he wrote this.
Okay, worth the watch. 10 out of 10 from Jack Dexter. I feel like we might know Jack Dexter Dalton or something. Worth the watch. I really enjoyed this film. Many twists and turns, and the characters are developed nicely. Great performance from the cast. I think the writer/director did an amazing job bringing the story to life. I have watched this movie 4 times. Oh wow,
Wow.
that's pretty cool.
What's his name?
His name is Jack Dexter.
Look at Jack Dexter.
Jack Dexter.
he's
4
he's
times.
about that life.
In a row, or like you came back the next day? Or a good reminder that every choice we make in life will cause a reaction. There are some memorable lines of this movie and a cameo from Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yayo.
DDT. I loved seeing him in this. Adam Hampton and Kyle Jacob Henry bring the heat, and Mark Adam Goff, how do you say
Yeah.
that?
Goff.
Goff. Has a great performance as well. Memorable performances from the entire cast. I like that review.
Yeah.
That's definitely
And Mark
fair.
Goff was good. He was the mechanic manager.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was like,
He's-
Oh, yeah.
he was like spitting on the floor. He's like, you sweep it up now. And,
It's
like,
so gross. Yeah.
just-
But
he wasn't putting up with shit.
that's
from-
right. That's right. He's been in the Oklahoma acting scene for some time.
Oh,
Yeah, he's been around.
It's cool
I'll
to see him
notice it
get
next
a
time I see
good
him.
part. And
Yeah.
Jack Dexter, thank you for that review. That was sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys ready for
Yeah.
ready
we'll
for
read
this one?
That's good when you think
Oh,
it was written
bless.
high.
Okay. So this is from Zinger Dinger.
Zinger.
Zinger Dinger.
All right.
You heard that right, folks. This is a 10 out of 10. So it's going to start out not a 10 out of 10, and then it gets there. Okay. It's called A Little Bit of OK Razzle Dazzle. And he says, I'll tell you what, peeps, don't listen to the haters. This film reminds me of Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3. People said, no, we've seen 2 movies with these chihuahuas, not a third. We don't need a third, but they got a third. They ate it up. They ate it up like taters on Thanksgiving. Now, sure, we've got lots of One Last Job kind of films. If I ate a cupcake every time I saw a One Last Job film, I'd be the dead fat guy in 7, maybe with more hair and a nicer smile. Which is to say I've seen a lot of One Last Job films. But this film definitely adds something to the genre with sensitive, vulnerable portrayals of hardened criminals just trying, quotes, to do better, quotes, in their own lowbrow, simple ways. And I say, bravo. Bravo to the looks of consternation. I don't know how to say that word.
English language is stupid.
Yeah. Bravo to the emotional moments of silent consideration. Bravo to the greasy hair and crazy beards. Bravo.
What a condescending son of a bitch.
But
it
he
was
did
funny.
a 10 out of 10.
He likes greasy hair, man.
I want to read more of his reviews and other movies.
Yeah. What was his name again?
Zinger Dinger.
Oh, man.
Zinger
Zinger
Dinger.
Dinger
I gotta
on
go.
IMDb.
I gotta, because you can click, I think, their name, right? And it shows everything they reviewed.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'd love to hear more from you.
Yeah.
Wasn't that entertaining with Chihuahua? I didn't think you'll have to ask Kyle this next week. Has he ever thought of his film being compared to Beverly Hills Chihuahua 3?
Oh.
I
He's going to swing on me.
No, he's gonna be like, I'm glad somebody finally
Yeah,
noticed
he's like-
and caught the nuance. 'Cause
Oh,
tour
that's
de force.
fantastic. Yeah. Okay. Are we
That's-
good? Or we
yeah,
good more?
I mean,
Yeah.
you know,
We skipped out on. We have some 2 out of 10s and some where they're like first year film school vibe and other trashy streaming movie. So we got some haters in there, but I don't think anything can beat
Yeah,
Yeah, I
that's,
think-
Zinger Dinger that says don't listen to the haters.
yeah, Singer Dinger is the best one.
for real, don't listen to the haters.
That's right.
Go out and watch this movie because a lot of people put a lot of hard work into it and poured their hearts into it. And that's the thing you need to remember when you're watching movies and when you're writing, these like reviews, is that a lot of people really poured their hearts and, hearts and souls into these things. And they
like-
deserve their flowers for
They do.
Yeah, and I've been learning through you educating me through film and stuff is like just filming it. We mentioned earlier that the movie I got to do a scene in, and I was in the background for 2 seconds, and it took like 6 hours or something.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter. What did I think they said that scene in Spider-Man where he catches the tray took like 8 hours or something. So everything that you see in a movie, it takes a long time. And you mentioned earlier when they burn the car. It's like, man, I didn't even think about that because they're not gonna. It's expensive. They can't burn a real car.
Yeah.
But I didn't
Not
even
in this
think about
one,
it
yeah.
watching it. I
Or
was
if they
like,
did, it's an interesting story of how they got that car.
right,
Yeah.
it's
So
busted
everything is
down
an
or
angle.
something.
Everything is. There's just so many moving parts.
Just something else I wanted to ask real quick is like, did they not use squibs? They just used like CG because I didn't notice. It's not something I thought of until now.
Sometimes I know they do use squibs, but
It looked really good.
Oh, I think. Hold on, I'm having a weird thing.
Like
Like ask Kyle
where
this. I want to
Kyle got
say
shot.
when this happened. God, I hope I'm right on this. I can remember when this movie happened. So this was during COVID. I know that. I know that they people were still having to wear masks, and I think this was. I think right after the Alec Baldwin thing.
Really?
I think. And so I think there wasn't squibs. I think it might have all been CGI. Maybe.
Well, some people say, oh, well, it's got to be squibs because it doesn't look right in CGI or whatever. But
Yeah.
I think it looks fine. The
It was
first time
so fast the way he shot it.
You
And I could
just
be
added
wrong,
a
but-
whole nother thing on this that it was shot during the pandemic.
yeah,
Yeah.
wow, that's got to be extra hard.
Yeah,
They were
so-
masks. The whole time I saw it, this is, my 20 years doing this where it drove me crazy every time. But in Adam's beard, there was always a crease right under his chin. And it's because he had to wear his mask, and then when they get close to rolling, he has to take it off. All the actors have to take it off. And if you don't, and with a full hair and makeup team, you go through and you last look and you fix everything. But with a small team, it's like some of those little things get overlooked. But I remember seeing the crease in his beard, being like, "Damn, there's his mask line."
I wonder why.
It's such a small detail, but yeah.
I'd like to ask the guy. I wonder why he didn't choose to have it set during COVID. Because I wouldn't have been able to tell. I guess because it's going to date it a little bit.
Maybe because the dates. Yeah, because it was
Yeah.
so.
'Cause I wouldn't have.
It
It might have been early in the COVID, like
so I was in Texas in fall of 2020 into 2021. So I think it was shot like in April. Nope, it was in the winter. It was
Oh.
early 2021. I know that much.
When I look this up, it has 2 different dates too. The copy that I found says 2023. Another one said 2022.
It might have been when it was bought and distributed and
Oh,
those
I
kind of
see.
things. Yeah, but I know it was filmed. It was filmed. I was working on Fear the Walking Dead, and we were all in masks, and I was in Texas, so I know that date, and I know that it was happening during that time. Like that's the only way I know it. So
that's
yeah,
crazy.
it's crazy, but yeah, this is hard. It's a hard thing to make.
Man, so
Yeah.
that syrup is kicking in.
I can see it. I can see it in your face.
Are you like Aunt Jemima, or what are you talking about? You have some pancakes over there, or what's going on?
You know what's up, man. You gave it to me.
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a doctor or distributor or anything. So
Well, guys, that was us doing our best to try to sell you on going out there and watching Out of Exile. I shouldn't have to sell you too hard. You should just go out and do it.
yeah.
Oof.
It's some homework for the people listening. Like
Sorry.
you guys should, you guys should watch it. You guys should support local Oklahoma directors and actors. Give them a chance. You know,
Yeah,
give them a
because
chance.
there's a lot of hard work that goes into these things.
Absolutely. I'll tell all that. Yeah, it's worth a watch.
Yeah.
Until next time, and we will have Kyle Kauwika Harris on with us,
Nice.
and we will talk to you then. Thanks for tuning in.
Bye.